Hello there folks, my name is Spoonks and I saw Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem and I loved it. Now I was really looking forward to this movie. I was happy to see them take another attempt at another animated film, as I believe that the best incarnations of the Ninja Turtles are animated. I loved the 2012 Ninja Turtles cartoon and Rise of the TMNT, and this movie looked very good. The trailers were all very solid, and I was very interested in seeing what they could do with the Ninja Turtles in this day and age, and I'm happy to report that it did not disappoint. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. First off, the animation here is, of course, dazzling and amazing. You're going to see a lot of comparisons with this to Spider-Verse, but honestly, I feel like this art style is a lot different and makes it stand out much more than Spider-Verse, as it's going for a much messier, dirtier look in my eyes. There's a lot, when you get to see like a lot of the close-ups, you see a lot of scribbles and like the textures and stuff, and a lot of the characters in this movie look very rough and disfigured, especially some of the people, but it actually made it a lot more appealing, especially in this style. I feel like if they tried to do it in another like typical CG animated style, it wouldn't look as strong, but here it looks very well done. I thought the movements were all very fast and fluid. I loved the use of colors, like the various shades of green and purples and blues and reds, and it was just a very visually dazzling, gorgeous looking movie. I also thought the action scenes in this movie were well done. They were all very fast, very energetic, well staged and well put together, and they all utilized the turtles' strength to their advantage, and it was just fun seeing the Ninja Turtles fight together on the big screen once again. Speaking of the Turtles, I really liked this iteration of the Turtles. There's a lot more emphasis on the teenage aspect of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles here, and I think that was a big advantage to this movie. You see them at a younger age, and it really made them a lot more endearing seeing them at this age level. It made them a lot more funnier, a lot more interesting as characters, and I think the voice actors all did great jobs, and just seeing them banter and play off of one another was both hilarious and even at times very sweet. You really got the bond that they were all like brothers and siblings. I also liked their relationship with Splinter, their relationship with their father. It led to a lot more of the emotional moments and even some of the funniest moments here as well, and he gets a much bigger role than I thought the trailers were leading on to, and I really appreciated that. And then there's the supporting cast of characters. I really liked April O'Neil. I love seeing her play off the Turtles, and their dynamic was really funny and really endearing. And all the other various mutants they encounter in the movie, I also really liked them. I loved their designs and thought they had some fun moments here and there, and they could be pretty funny at times. Some of them get to do a bit more than others. I'll discuss this further later in the video, but otherwise, yeah, I found them all to be pretty likable. The standouts being, for me, Mondo Gecko, played by Paul Rudd. I just thought he was very funny, and I loved seeing him every time he popped on the screen. And Superfly, I thought he was a great villain. Ice Cube did a really good job with the performance. He really brought a lot of energy to the role, and he could be very funny and even at times very menacing and threatening. And lastly, I found this movie to be hilarious. I laughed out loud several times throughout this movie, just from the various situations the Turtles get into, how they play off one another, or even some of the pop culture references which caught me off guard. Some of them were better than others. Again, we'll talk about those later in the video, but otherwise, I found this movie to be hilarious. I was just laughing pretty much throughout the entire thing. But unfortunately, I do have a couple of issues that held this movie back from being outstanding in my opinion. First off, I feel like this movie may had to deal with too many characters than it could have. A lot of the other mutants don't really get a lot to do here. Not that they're unlikable or anything, but I feel like if they trimmed down the fat a bit, maybe shortened the amount of mutants they had in this movie, we could have seen a bit more from the various mutants. I was honestly surprised to see more of Mondo Gecko than Bebop and Rocksteady, honestly. And there's also this one subplot involving a character named Cynthia Utrum. You probably heard that name in like the cast and some of the behind the scenes featurettes and stuff. I feel like they could have done a bit of a better job with this character and this subplot. It doesn't really take a whole lot of the movie, and I feel like had they done a better job with that, it could have benefited that and had much bigger significance in the movie. Apparently there's already a sequel and even a TV show in the works, so hopefully this will get better fleshed out in those. But as far as this movie, I think they could have handled that a bit better. And lastly, I do feel like the pop culture references at a point can get a bit tiresome. Like, yeah, some of them can be funny, and I mean really, really funny. But as the movie goes on, sometimes it can get a little overbearing. Like, okay, yeah, it's a thing I know, and you're referencing it. We get it. And I feel like if they dialed back and focused on a lot more of the better comedic moments, like how strange the movie can get, and even at times dark the movie can get, I feel like it would have benefited the comedy a bit better. Maybe just dial back some of the pop culture references a bit. But even with those flaws, I still thoroughly enjoyed Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. I thought the animation was stellar, the action was great, the characters were all likable, and it's hilarious. If you are as big of a fan as the Ninja Turtles as I am, I definitely say go check this out. I think the kids are going to like this. I think, obviously, Ninja Turtles fans are going to like this. And if you're just in the mood for a funny, good little kids movie, then I definitely say go check this out. It's definitely worthy of your time. So those are my thoughts on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. What did you all think of it? If you've seen it, did you like it? Did you hate it? Comment down below and let me know. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you like this channel, hit the subscribe button. Follow me on all the social media links at the end of the video. And until next time, everyone, stay sharp. Get right with the shell shock,